Hello, welcome to Tech Globe Atlas. On this time, 6:38 p.m. UK, 17th of April, Friday. I imagine people in the future looking at these channels, maybe like if it meant nothing. Yeah, it meant nothing, and the earth is going so fast, taking a trip, working in the train. They have already developed faster forms of traveling and enjoy to travel slow as a luxury because they're working on something and there is no more gas being put in the oceans on these huge crus- crusades, how you call them, boats where people have a holiday. And much all the money that's been put on holidays that can be for your mansion into a village, a place where you see familiar places and you get to be part of mapping your village and help the economy. They report. They learn to report. Be nice that people become managers. Every worker can be a manager and exchange what it is. Because there's a problem when people start to think they deserve more, they think they're more. But all their work is by suppressing others. Why would you be working the same all your life when you can go and manage in other places? So the rotation, instead of being pyramidal and oppressing all this, it's just rotating. Yeah. You go to new places and other new managers are coming. And if you don't want to move, you just can work in the floor. It's not so difficult to be a manager. Like, most of these people are just sitting and gossiping in the office, doing nothing much, just moving information here and there. When people report, you already see it, what you can do. That's good enough for anyone that has eyes to see. It's being said, when you also have a consciousness that's directed to see without the data, if you really need a good script, a good story, it's just we're gonna change the system and take it over. But take it over, right? Take it with creativity. Allow your people to pick their best influencers, so you allow them to take over. Give them the story to confront you, but they know that they're being supported to have their freedom of expression, to take over all those places that need to have shock therapy so the energy flows without the need of killing each other or being so violent. Mm. The theme in this frame of time is for you to consider what parts of yourself is the head of an entity likes to do for itself and beyond yourself or what you represent. I would love to be talking with aliens in travel as soon as possible, knowing that they are 100% safe. These spaceships, not really in rockets. Well, you would need space stations for that. And a better form of of consuming energy for to travel fast. So we travel, why not? So we travel, or we used to travel. Let's say there was past in our imagination. Certainly, parallel realms before being born in this body and planet. Just imagine that we have that power to to how much love there is endlessly to in others to let them be and love. It'd be nice to do a picnic again. Oh, nice picnic. There's so many beautiful flowers right now. That really nice to have a map within the map of all the flowers in the world that have bloomed right now. So we can just see it. Uh, some people might debate that they want the Tech Globe map to be 4 floors or 5 for different reasons. The main reason is to be able to look at it without having to zoom in and see the towns, the world, and the level of the poverty, the level of the lack of human rights to nourish their children and be with their children, even in evolved countries, especially. As for women to feel the trust to have children. You don't have children for any other reason than for love. Many have children to have a companion and a true love that if it's not in men, that at least the children will be there. As an antidepressant, so you do things beyond yourself. Not a very healthy way to bring children because nature provided these children for your legacy because you were giving life this for you feel to bring life as well as a part of your existence to be grateful. Um, if you were in Ibiza as I was as a teenager and then see how it has turned after a few decades, you would also be very disgusted by all the tourists that come. Te- um, Taking the world will help to save these places as well. I wish you understood how you lost all your friends as well because they are working for tourism. When you were teenagers, uh, you can always enjoy them in the winter. Uh, and you have your husband or your things to do, anyways. You always have a lot of friends. But there are many themes around the when you have invested this money together and you see how it multiplies and the joy that brings. I was just really thinking, let it come to me, a storyline for influencers where they are really debating to have an inner revolution of we can do the creativity that we want to if we want to see and push the envelope. So if the people want justice, why don't we talk about justice and fairness against corruption? This is the main theme of freedom of expression. Let's remember Donald Trump and people like Elon Musk invested for that. Well, especially because they were being shut down by other powerful people. These are the luxuries we have today. You might think that I have nobody listening to me because that is what you want. You have no reason to be grateful to anyone. All of you seem to, just do what others do. Very easy to complain on and on. I mean, it's fun how people talk. I like to ask questions. In how many years would you see this has concluded? Do you think it will be faster if we just do it and be creative? I mean, you have all the freedom to talk about changing the system, about having an inner revolution. So we take power with our creativity, just being creative. Um, are we going to be supported for this? Are nations gonna allow this to happen? Who's going to talk about it, right? Or it's just gonna happen like that from the inside? And people going to think that eh, they're being controlled. So why should they? So it's good to share this creativity on a certain level of discrimination to why we are taking over. Uh, you have the power to say that we can see the money of the government through a technological map, and everyone reports there. There's no member of government who believes in transparency. Don't show your face unless you want to. Okay. Well, it's up to him. Uh, I have good neighbors, so I hope you also have good neighbors. It's very important to have good neighbors. You can have a lot of accuracy and precision to know what people need and what they want. But you must go to these places first to live there, to have some empathy and see everything you had. You kept doing the same story and how much this world needs. Then being accurate will be just part of a labyrinth that never ends, where you think the mind knows so much and you will continue on and on analyzing to be accurate. So yeah, I might share about synonymous to pick a better word. So you don't want to hurt people by being taken wrongly when you're bringing vitality of a new movement that has beautiful resources for everyone. It's going to come through its vitality and beauty or by force. You cannot allow people to miss their opportunity for their generations to learn because of a few stuck in the past, egocentric people uh, wanting to fight against creation. Re- like you can rehearse all this story so many times, but in the reality, you gotta give the chance for the people to do it. Many will want to do it. You don't have to do it, but you have to let the people do it if they want to do it. It's part of the world. We are children, sisters and brothers of God. You gotta look at all the nations around the world. Until how long are you gonna fight? Bring in more problems. Look at all the nations around the world. With a universal language, we will come to close the Genesis. We have universal love. We can practice a little more. Can practice a little more. So I love to see you practice and open the channels, conform with new energies, allow your brothers and sisters to, and your children to show you how good they do and even better. Thanking to all elders. Um, I have so much love for continuous love for my mother. And I love the distance as well, just to be with her. There's a continuous love throughout all the teachings of love. My mother, by her work, is there's a lot of love and respect towards all those. There is a higher infinite love that I feel. There's people who want to hurt me, of course. There's a lot of people that think that they can wipe me off. But you're going to learn. We do not gossip. We don't change reality here. We respect everyone. So nobody's gonna love you more if you talk bad about somebody else who's not present. And don't take from the property. We might not have sense of property, but we do have a sense to every value we manage. Uh, you might hate the people that have more money and own the place we work, and you might want to take it, but this is the game we're playing. So you respect the values we have and return the duty of your work or what you're being paid to perform. You don't come here to bring chaos. So people are confused by everything you're taking away. Because we're going to see all the numbers. And this is the freedom of expression that allows people to gain their sense of property. But it's not for money. It's not your money. It's the owners of the property. And soon people will have a percentage of their property as well through other generations, not just a passport that they belong to this country because of that culture. See, it's beautiful to see a pope that has been oppressed and has go walk himself to unknown lands and has been a devotee. He knows what is that. He's been a devotee. We have all been devoted to creation in one way or another. This is what we do. Everything might have been written already in the Bible, and we still have more. So people will keep with their traditions. Some might make their own tradition, and we will guard what we love most in our tradition as well. So in this way, you will see how much you need the other. Yeah. If you want to be number one, you need everyone on your side. I would not suggest that there is split personality of people, and when you bring beauty to every side and corner, what is yours? So I might love that person, but I'm always giving a chance to be a good person. And believe me that miracles happen when it turns into good. And that's why people would like to put their information there because they trust in the people. They trust in you because the people are also relating on a multiple dynamic to say, this is what we had and this is what it goes here. Because anyone is watching in the map. Anyone can go and measure, hey, there is missing this part. It's impossible. You have built a bridge with so many bricks. So where are the rest of the bricks? You have put this number. Right? There will always be people watching, controlling. They can take over that place if the people who have not learned to work with the transparency. We learn in the progress by teaching one another. And I've learned everything, everything. I've learned from watching the Queen Elizabeth pressing a button and her Jubilee party celebrations, and the light went to the tree and lightning. It was an architecture from an artist. A huge monument, like a tree, and turning all these lights. And I thought, oh, this is the family tree of humanity. We're all brothers and sisters in this tree. This was created by the people of the kingdom for the queen, all right? And there I saw it. I saw it. I saw the map of the world. This is all of us. It was huge. So I've learned to see what the artist was communicating. You can never say you own something. It's impossible. You have to honor so many people, your parents. I don't know, my children honor me, but I would love to see them as soon as possible. That's for sure. It gets like I'm laughing to not cry. How many times I am asking, give everything away just to see them and know that I can take care of them. There are so many conspiracies around to bring down because they just want to thief, lie, and take. Like I am afraid. I do have my paranoid character traits. I do have them very uh, alarm constantly. I will have the doubts, all these patterns. This is not very trustful. Something changed. Must have been because of this. Since this happened, this ripple and change through these people, they don't want to help me. This is a trap because I know they're being corrupted. They could lose their jobs. So they're telling me the truth, but at the same time, they're lying. And then remember, they already told me, and they make up again. Oh no, because we did it on March. Because remember, it told me they already closed the line on March. So there is. They're talking in the box. So like this, everywhere I go. Yeah, groups of people working to take from others, to minimize others, to hide their crimes, to take from others. So that sport is going to end. Yeah. Being hanging out like that in a line. There's a metamorphosis there. Hanging out. Look at that's what you did. That's all the money you took did not belong to you. Should it belong to you only? Also, that's another question. With all the people in the world that have the capability to multiply and return back. So make the numbers. How many people from have the potential to travel to space? Not many can afford a spaceship. Not many rich people can even buy their own airplane. How much? How many minerals? I would love to see Blinken again. He's so diplomatic. Well, Marco Rubio is learning. He's still learning. He's a baby. Diplomacy is so beautiful. There's a lot of people that are still evolving. Yeah. There's still a lot of people that are with a lot of hatred in Israel. They've been preparing for this war for so long. They might have a piece of land, rich people. in Arab countries investing to kill others, knowing their own people gonna die. And they keep on and on until last breath, yeah. And then next generation, because they're born with this program to hate another. They're going to military to prepare for war. There's much ignorance there. You can study any culture that you have. And where's the love there to create beauty? Can't believe that these nations are doing this to their own people. But, you know, I'm not the kind of person that would say, oh, yeah, allow them to maintain their ignorance. Yeah, let's support them to both worlds. This is nonsense. It's not beautiful, you know. Rich people might look very beautiful because they have a lot of time to invest in their performance, in their look, in the long lasting relationships they have. People respect you because you have a lot of money and power, and you attract people and like insects. So the redemption towards something that's coming new. Yeah. These rules are being passed beyond any prophecy that has ever been imagined. From human to human. The smaller you are, the more delusional you think that somebody's gonna come from the sky, but it has to be Jew, but it has to be Arab, but it has to be Christian, but it has to be like this, like that. It has to be like African, why not? Asian, Russian, whatever. Look, I will bring that white donkey, and I will bring the story to the temple on the mounts, because people need to get over that. They need like an infusion. To open a new chapter. So there is peace. The best is to surrender, to have surrendered. You can only surrender when you have seen, you've been touched by it. You bring your best, the best interest of your neighbors as well as yourself. But do you know? What do I know? Everyone will question, try to analyze. Why is this person here? Why is that person there? It has to be like this. I could do it no way. If I had that idea, with all the people in power in the world, everyone would do it. Uh, Smile, trust in humanity. How beautiful, how capable, how together they can be to trust in good things. Yeah, the only way we wish to be. And with all all that's giving from your mouth is going to be known, but not necessarily for the work that has. And yeah, I'm. You're not that ambitious because I'm fine. I'm fine. You're fine with what you got. You are. You're protected. It's fine. You enjoy what you do. But hey, imagine that instead of doing movies or documentaries and earning the best price, you can also do a mansion into a village and a show. It's easier for everyone to see it, not just from the people dying from Palestinian, but how creative you can be to create your own with your own and friends from around the world. Yeah. Palestinians can find also a new land, name their village, name their mansion into a village. Yeah. So you might create more hatred, but remember that it was your own culture who invested in your death to make you martyrs, your own people. You might reject that. How can your own people do that? In the name of God, in the name of Allah. My my boss told me in Jordan, his family from the people around the world would fight for the victims, and they still believe that the world is with them. We just want the world this to stop. Is it? We just want it to stop. You can only create a Hitler. As you create this Holocaust. You create all these genocides. You're innocent, but as culture, you can't exist together. It's difficult. It's good to think what is wrong. There's something wrong with your culture. Your culture and your culture. The Jews, the Arabs. Yeah. So imagine you're just putting energy in that which is creating life and beauty. So you will take care of your people. instead of investing to kill. So, well, because it has always been war and will always exist. Well, I would love to know, as alone I am, who are the countries who would not like to have their tech globe map in the tech globe atlas. I will know why they wouldn't want to share a universal coin for it. So the 50% of people that come into their nation to create a mansion into a village, perhaps they are 15% around the world and they're just less than 50%. It's already a lot, right? How many people would be? I have no idea. But those who have power would know better. So it's very important. It's very important. Who are the first talking about seeing the money of the government in a map? What am I talking then? Who stops you from knowing for what is being used the money of the government? You should know in a map where the money of the government goes and for what it's being used to. And everyone that has paid taxes has a right to see. If you don't pay taxes, you have no right to talk about it, or you have the right to talk about what you don't know. You have the right to see. Um, if you pay taxes, maybe you're a child and you like to see. Ask mommy, mommy, why don't we have so much currency coming to our town? Why the government is not investing so much in our town? Oh, well, we're not producing as much for the government. We just produce for our own and give very little tax to government. So that's what the government uses for, and they take for themselves. There's many middlemen who corrupt. Presidents are middlemen. They take so much money. This is why we are just eating rice. This happened in Spain. Single mother, my neighbor, his twins would eat, teenager twins would eat rice with butter. Not that they had this conversation. What do I tell to my children? Well, you see, the government makes this money from this office, so they have to do this to take money from the government, even if it's not it's not good for society. So many people think that if we have a fair world, the government wouldn't be needed. That's a big question. If we have a heaven on earth, then government wouldn't be needed. Everything would have been solved. It is good. There's police. It is good. There are medical places. It is good that people fight for their rights. So we have cases and jails to keep the system working. Can also make more money with farms from other countries. It doesn't matter if the farmers lose everything. Since when these people care about you? That's what the people will think in their repression and entertainment. It's okay. What else can we do? But they will think there are major problems to look for with artificial intelligence. They will think there are major problems to look for our energy resources, to have our rivers clean, to keep the governance of the people to learn to recycle, and where they are having this basis to recycle, and where only the government can help to distribute fairness throughout the tech titans technology, so they have their percentage from their own information and their own people for their own people that cannot all belong to a few tech titans, which just came out of nothing. Because we come out of nothing and go to nothing. So again and again, we'll need a government to have rules to move into outer space as well, to look at the world with fairness and keep having an eye, justice and order, safety, where we have products that are healthy and support those who have been there. For example, we have a great man working in the United States, the Kennedy, the health system. So, we need this man to be 15 years, 30 years, and more men like him in the Tech Globe Atlas or with the maps of the world. Every government would know about these innovations through medicine and health and apply it if they need to. Because we will have people selecting and it will go to their ministries of health around the world. So how can it be that I've learned from social workers in Spain this, and I had to happen to end up in Canada in the other corner of the world, and I told what the Spanish were doing, so they started doing it there as well. So the parents would check all the money they spend on the children, the food, and for their activities. When they were using it in drugs and alcohol and buying cheap food to and watching TV all day, and the intelligence of the kids in welfare wouldn't be as developed when they had all this money. I explained him my husband grew up with hunger. But in Spain they make us and they count all the money that's been spent, cannot buy chocolate or sweets, only cookies. That's what they say. This way, many governments from around the world that belong to this ministry could adapt and multiply advancements, but not to destroy families, mothers with their children. They can still be very intelligent and genius and free to dance, co-parent in a healthy way. with respect. They want to move on. Yeah. So, and then you become old. You're just friends. You know, your kids. You like them to experience as you did. You have a loyal relationship until the end. But at least go in the pursuit of true love. So it should be perfect, of course. It should be perfect. Uh, Many relationships end because of the lack of understanding. They think they can get more out there. So, but people don't know how to mediate their goods, their energies, their everlasting momentums. And it goes on and on and on, right? So, it's what brings people together and to have children and maintain them. Some people wish to be free, but they've never found freedom. They're just running away. Those are all stories for those who like to explore, because we've been through so many life trapped. And sometimes we rest, sometimes we like to tell you how much we love you from your work, your designs. You might think you have not been noticed, that you might be manipulating emotions and words. Healing doesn't exist, but understanding is what I say. Understanding allows another form of intelligence to move by its own. Understanding. It's very slow, passive, a receptive, non judging way of allowing this form of intelligence to move in between by itself. So it is responding in its own accord, rhythm, nature to find its own in its own timing how it likes to deliver. So it's not judging all this time or taking over all this time. Is gift is taking in a better terms to understand, be understood. So then is the communion. Something beautiful happens in between. And you will love to take money and go because you have the money to do things. And it's not really about that only. How we translate in order to do things through the material, this understanding. So we already knew before. Is a bit of a remembrance. All right. Thank you for sharing. being part of this culmination. I wish you the best. Bye.